Hi. So, fun fact, the first like 10 minutes of this footage I accidentally deleted from my phone, I think. Because I record on my phone, right? I record on my phone and I edit on my phone and I publish on my phone because I'm a DIY girly, okay? That's how we do YouTube. I should just do my intro. Hey Spookies, I hope you're well. I hope everything's okay. You can call me Merlin. On my channel I talk about whatever I want, and today I'm talking about a boy because that's what I've been doing recently, okay? So basically, let me just do a little run up on the lore before we get to like the video of me absolutely losing my shit. Basically, there's this guy and he's in my drawing class and he is the most beautiful man ever. I have a massive crush on him. Sue me, guys, sue me, okay? I have a massive crush on a man, and you know what? I'm not ashamed of it, okay? I'm not ashamed of it. So basically, he's in my class, he's in my drawing class, and this video is just me crashing out while I talk about him, while I do my makeup, while I'm getting ready for a wedding. The irony is crazy, okay? I know, it's not lost on me. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. Here's me crashing out about him, okay? Like, this man is so fine. When I tell you this man is so fine, this man is scrum diddly ishes. I just want to, like, literally, I cannot explain to you how fine he was. And listen, he's not fine where it's like TikTok attractive, like, you know, like very like copy and paste cookie cutter. Like, he's got like a very unique but like beautiful soft face. I love his nose. His nose is so cute. Oh, this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Cameo Concealer. I'm just using it as a foundation because I feel like it. So I'm like doing my own thing. I'm drawing him, but like we keep making eye contact, okay? And I'm like, I'm gonna die. So anyways, we keep making eye contact and then I'm drawing him and his poses look so good. And then after that, he has to hold a pose for 40 minutes with a break halfway in between. So he's, imagine this, okay? He's sitting back in his chair, but like he's got like his legs spread open. You can't see. He's got his legs spread open and then he's sitting back, but then he's going like, and it's like, you know what you're doing. You know what the fuck you're doing. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally going to crash out. Like, so yeah, basically he's really beautiful and he was doing a really good job. I'm using this for blush. And then at the end, he like comes up to me kind of. My chair's here and then he's like walking around just kind of like looking at people's drawings, and he's looking at my drawing and my friend's drawing. And he's like, oh my god, you guys did a good job. And then we're like complimenting him because he did such a good job posing. Like, when I tell you he's a natural, he's so good at it. I'm like, you should totally do this professionally. Like, you would like make a lot of money with that, because figure drawing models actually make a lot of money because you have to hold poses for such a long time and it takes a lot of skill. I feel like it's really underrated actually. But anyways, he was doing such a good job and I was literally quaking, shivering in my boots. He's like, hey, by the way, sorry for like looking at you the whole time. And I was like, no, don't worry, it's good, it's good, you did a really good job. Like, so he recognized that he was staring at me the whole time, and it's like, bro wants me for real. Oh, I forgot to put this on my skin. Do you think I could still do it? What if I did? What if I did, you know? I already have blush and concealer on, but like, what if I did, you know? What if it makes it look a little bit more natural? We'll try it out. Even though I have like a wedding, I have to actually look nice. Because the thing about me is that like when I go to family events, I try to look really nice because they see me like once a year, and every year I look really crusty, so I'm kind of like glow up every year, but like I never do, but it's fine. Anyways, I think I look okay today. My face is actually like looking nice. Do you guys have that thing where your face looks good on certain days, but on other days it looks really crusty? Like today, my face is serving face card, like. And then we don't talk for a day because we have classes on Tuesdays and then we have classes on Thursdays. So on Wednesday we don't talk. Thursday we go to see my teacher's art because he is having a in-school exhibition, and then we go for a lecture for the first half of the period just to talk about color theory, and then we join him in the gallery where he has his art. And so that's all fun and dandy. I'm looking at his art. It's really nice. His art is really intricate and just so cool. Like, not even to glaze into art, but like I really like his art. So I noticed that he's there. Let's give him a name. Let's call him Eli. Okay, so Eli's there. I'm like, oh my god, hi, he's here. So I like nonchalantly stand next to him and I'm just looking at the art like, beautiful, beautiful stuff, you know? But also I'm like low-key like side-eyeing him because he's so pretty. He's such a pretty boy. You know that John Lennon song? Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy.
Like, I know he's singing about his son, I think, but that song, in my eyes, that song is about him. So anyways, I'm standing next to him, and then my big ass backpack. One thing about me is I have a big ass backpack, okay? I'm kind of known for that amongst my friends. Like, I'm the friend who carries everything because I like to be prepared. Always try to be prepared, and I'm always underprepared. I don't know how it happens, guys. Also, this lighting kind of eats, like... So I put down my big ass backpack because I'm literally knocking into people. Like, you know, like the main character of like romance books who's always super clumsy and knocking into people? Not to play into the stereotypes, but that's what I was giving. Low-key, that's what I was giving. So I'm like, let me put this stupid backpack down so I stop bumping into people and like stop taking up too much space. So I put it down underneath the bench, and then I put my phone on top with my earbuds because like I'm trying to like, you know, lock in. I'm trying to examine these artistic paintings, these artistic drawings that I'm seeing here. So I'm locking in, I'm looking at the things, but then I hear a bang. I'm like, oh, what's this? Turn around, my phone's on the floor. I go to pick it up. Guess who's bent down to pick it up? Guess who's picking it up? Guess who's picking it up for me? It's him. It's Eli. So I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like picking it up, but like I stop because like he's like beating me to it. Like he's swooping fast. So I'm like, oh my god, okay, I'll let him pick it up. Damn. So he picked it up for me, and then he's like, here you go. I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And then he's like, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, let me keep this conversation going. Let me raise him up a little bit, because one thing about me is I am very socially anxious, but in the face of Riz, I become the Rizzler 9000. I'm kidding, guys. I have no Riz. But anyways, I was trying to like keep the conversation going because you know, my goal for this year is to be more social and to like make friends and like actually like do stuff. Also, if you're in my school and you're watching this, it's very unlikely, but like, please, I'm gonna crash out. Anyways, so then after that, I'm like looking at the stuff. So I'm like, let me talk to this guy. Let me say something. So I'm like, hey, do you like the art? Like, what's your favorite one? And then we start talking about it for like 10-15 minutes together. It's so nice, and we're just like, you know, we're talking, but we're also just kind of like silently looking at it together, you know, just like enjoying each other's company. Very demure, very mindful of us, you know, not too much. We're not doing too much, you know, just chilling there together, two peas in a pod, me and him, us. And we're just looking at the stuff together, and we notice that the room's kind of like quieting. We're kind of like left alone because everyone walked into this other room. So I go to pick up my stuff, and he bends to pick up the stuff for me. He's like, here, let me carry your stuff for you. So I'm carrying my backpack, but I had 2 drinks because one drink was when I bought, and when it was a Monster. I had my first Monster that day that my friend bought me. I think it was like fruit punch or something like that, punch, and it was actually really good. So I understand the hype. So he picks it up for me, he's carrying my stuff for me, and we're just like walking into the room together, and we're like looking around and stuff. I'm like, oh, thank you, you don't have to do that. And he's like, no, it's okay, I want to. And they say chivalry is dead. The way I need it. So anyways, we're walking around together, we're looking at the stuff, we're talking about it, and then afterwards when we all kind of like meet together to discuss my teacher's paintings, because he's there too, and then when we're like gonna talk about it together, Eli he like raises his hand to like talk about the art that we saw. And when he's describing it, he doesn't use like the pronoun I, he uses we. Like, he's looking at me while he's talking, and he's like, when we were looking at the paintings, we noticed that like there's a bunch of like little fish and the big fish and like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, so we're a unit. So there's an us. So there's not just me and you, it's us. When we go to leave, he asks me, he's like, hey, do you have like a phone number or like an Instagram that I can contact you by? And I'm like, yeah. So I give him my Instagram, and I kind of regret that because yeah, I want to give my Instagram so we can see how hot I am, obviously, but also I wish I gave him my number because it's a little bit more intimate. Like, I feel like people don't ask for your number these days, but he asked for my number. That's so sweet. Like, literally, this man is like such a sweet, kind soul, and he's so gentle. Like, this man is gentle like a The Smiths song. So I give him my Instagram, and then he's like, what the heck? Because I'm not gonna tell you my personal Instagram. You can follow my public Instagram if you want, which is at merlinlolo, but I gave him my personal Instagram. He's like, what the heck is this username? Because my username is a little bit obscure. It's not my actual name because I don't want people to find me, and I want to be mysterious, and I think it's funny. So he's like, what the heck is the meaning behind this? And I was explaining that basically I have an original character, and the username is what his username would be. And he's like, oh, that's really interesting, that's cool. He's like, let me see your original character. And then I was showing him my stuff, and I was telling him the lore about it, and then I was showing him some of my paintings because he's in a different program than me. I'm in the drawing and painting program, and he's in, I think it was integrated media. or media, something like that. Different programs, we're in the same class. And then we end up walking to the class that we usually have because it's a studio-based course, but we were doing a lecture today and the gallery stuff, so we were in a different room. So he's like, oh, I left my stuff in the classroom, want to go with me to go get it? And I was like, sure, let me go. So we go to get his stuff, and then we see his friends along the way, and they're about to meet up after he gets his stuff. He sees a bunch of his friends and like he hugs them, and like all genders, like he hugs all his friends. It's so nice because men these days suck. Like genuinely, like one of my best friends is a man and he's a lovely, gentle soul, but y'all are moving mad. I hate to say it because I do love men, but sometimes y'all are acting a little bit crazy. I just love the fact that he's such a breath of fresh air. He's so gentle and nice and sweet, and it's just, I really appreciate that about him. I know I can go kind of feral over men sometimes, and like I do have like my white boy of the month, the people who I put in my edits at the end of my videos who I think are attractive. He's such a sweet person, and I could genuinely like see myself with him in the future, and I just anyways, so after that we walked to his locker to put away his stuff. I forgot to mention one thing about me is I'm a girly who likes men who are a bit taller than me. I love a good short king, but like when people are taller than you, it just gives a different vibe, you know? So he's like 5'11", I think, and I'm 5'6", 5'7", so like that's like high enough for me because I've always been kind of tall. Like I know 5'6", 5'7" isn't very tall, but like in my high school it was pretty tall where I was taller, or at least the same height of most men and people were either like my height or shorter, and there was like the occasional taller person, but like, you know, very rare. So he's taller than me. When we were in the gallery together, when we were talking, you know, like when tall people lean down and closer to like hear what you're saying, and they have to like kind of like lean up, because I wasn't like talking too loud, I was like kind of talking quietly and just like, you know, just like conversing with him, and it was just like really nice. It just felt so intimate and wholesome. I don't know, it was guys. So then I don't see him for the rest of the weekend. He does follow me and I follow him back, and then he views my story once. I posted a bunch for him to see, but he didn't. Whatever. Hey, you know what? Hey, I don't even care. You know what? I'm gonna do my eyes now. I have this palette, and the thing is that it's not very pigmented, but I do like some of the colors. So I think I'll do a little vibe with this thing. I don't know, I'll do a little beat. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use my fingers and like dust it on my lip because I don't care. So like he follows my Instagram and I stalk his Instagram obviously, and this is where it goes kind of downhill because listen, my gaydar is amazing. As a queer person, you just kind of know. Like, yeah, you're not supposed to say like people look gay or they act gay because, you know, stereotypes and stuff. Don't do that. But people got a gay aura about them and I can sense it, okay? Call me a bloodhound the way I can sense it from you. So my gaydar is pretty good. So I'm like, this guy, first of all, I could kind of tell that he was a little fruity in person because I'm like, you're fruity, you're fruity. But then I look at his Instagram, and first of all, his art is beautiful. He does a lot of like mixed media, cutting paper, photography kind of stuff. Beautiful stuff. However, the songs that he was putting on his Instagram posts, Phoebe Bridgers, Clairo. I'm sorry, why are you so lesbian coded, my guy? First of all, nothing wrong with them. I love a good Phoebe Bridgers and Clairo song. However, you as a straight man, I'm sorry, no straight man is listening to Phoebe Bridgers and Clairo. So that's me. Like the way he was. And I'm like, fruity. So I'm thinking, maybe he's bi. You know, maybe. We know, who knows? He's probably gay. But like, let me be delusional, okay? So then we don't text or anything. I see him next on our next Tuesday class. And for this Tuesday class, we're just supposed to go around the cafeteria that's part of our school and just draw the things around. So like we're just drawing our areas and stuff, and he's like in a different part, and like we see each other and he like kind of like smiles at me, but like, we don't say hi. And I'm like, fuck, I want to talk to him, but like I'm too scared because of social anxiety. But then my friend, bless their soul, my friend Eden, I think you might see them in my TikTok if you look far enough. Eden was like, Merlin, you gotta go talk to him. So they're like, I gotta go to the bathroom, come with me to the bathroom, touch up your lip combo if you want, because I had a nasty lip combo on that day. Okay, so I touched it up. So we saw Eli standing with his friends at the table. My family's coming home, so I can't crash out openly anymore. All right, if you hear them barking, you're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? I go and say hi to him. I just talk to him very briefly. You know, we don't do too much. We stay for like maybe 10 minutes to talk to him and his friends. I'm like, what can I talk to him about? So then I start talking to him about his music taste. I'm like, I see you like Clairo and Phoebe Bridgers. And then somehow through the conversation, we get around to him saying, hey, like, can you suggest me some songs? Because I'm telling him that I love the band Sleep Token. And if you know anything about me, it is indeed true. I ride and die for Sleep Token. Side note, I've been getting eyelashes in my eyes a little too often lately, and it's kind of annoying. But anyways, he's like, recommend me some songs. So he opens his notes app, and then I write down a couple songs. I recommend him Nazareth, The Offering, and Hypnosis by Sleep Token. And he recommends me 3 songs. I'll put them on the screen here. And I'll start off by saying his music taste is lovely. It's beautiful, okay? Go ahead and give them a listen because they're actually very nice. And one of them is French, and I love French music. So if you guys have any French songs to recommend, go ahead and give them to me because lyrically they sound very nice. Also, I forgot to mention, he's an international student. He's from Mexico, but like, that doesn't really matter, but like, it's like context, you know? So I sent him a text, and I won't lie, it's a little long. He takes a long time to respond, and like, while this happens, I'm like literally tweaking the fuck out. I'm like, oh my god, like he hates me, like he doesn't want me, like I'm gonna die. Then he responds a couple days later. I kid you not, he sends me like 14 messages about the songs and just what they're about, and like if he likes them and stuff. He loved Nazareth, by the way, which makes me happy because that's one of my favorite songs ever.
And she's like, oh, I've never really been admired like this before.
This is so
And I'm like, well, something about me is like, I love going to the art gallery. I love admiring art. And that's what I'm doing right now.
You Rizzler! Rizzler!
And that's what I'm doing right now. And she got all shy.
I'm really happy for you. That makes me so happy. She seems like she genuinely like is a nice person.
She's a very lovely person, and she's healing some part of me, but I don't know what exactly she's healing.
That was my sister. You guys have met her before, and she was talking about her potential girlfriend.
Sorry, I think I left my phone here.
Okay. So flash forward until Thursday when we last met. We had our drawing class again. During class, this person complimented my hair. I'll show you a picture of what my hair looked like. This person complimented my hair, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, it made me so happy because when people compliment me, it makes me feel nice, okay? What can I say? I like a good compliment every now and then. Then I look over at him, and then he's like smiling at me because I'm like, oh wait, you just saw that exchange, didn't you? So then after class, I'm getting ready to leave. I see him hang out with his friends, and my friend like goes up and talks to them. When we're talking, he like turns to me. He's like standing next to me and like kind of like across from me. He's like, by the way, I really like your hair. Like, it looks so cute. And like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along those lines. And I was like, stop. You know. And I'm like, you complimented me because you saw what happened when other people complimented me. Like, this is my delusional ass rationalizing why he was being nice to me, right? And yeah, it's basically all that's happened in person. Over text, he's very sweet, very cute, but he rarely ever texts back. Like, he texts back really slowly, but like when he does, it's in abundance. But like, I'm not too worried about that because from what I've heard, he's a very bad texter in general. But like, if he wanted to, he would. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to, he would. However, this is where it gets a little bit dicey because I was stalking his Instagram because my friend wanted me to send a picture of him because I was ranting about him on my story, as I do. On my close friend, it goes crazy over there. So I go to his tags to find some pictures because you know men never really post great pictures of themselves. Who here knows what October 3rd is other than Mean Girls Day? National Boyfriend Day. Guess who posted him on National Boyfriend Day? Pause, let me give you some lore. So basically, I was walking to my drawing class on Thursday. I saw him hanging out with this guy. Well, they were just like walking to the locker to get some stuff, I think, and he was very beautiful. I forget his name. He was so pretty. So the pretty boy who I met posted him, and he didn't have anything to caption, but it was on October 3rd, National Boyfriend Day, when he posted him, and he only has one post on his profile. Very simple post, but it's like, see, I wouldn't have minded if that was that. However, I go in the comments. My little Sherlock Holmes investigative brain is like, let me just make sure what I'm looking at is legit. Cause like at this point, my heart is in my throat. I'm gonna throw up. I'm like shitting, crying, throwing up. Not actually, I was very chill, but like, you know, hyperbole. So then I'm looking at the post and like the comments seem very normal until I look and I see that Eli responded. Like, he made a little comment, entire lyrics to a song. I'm like, oh, that's insane. First of all, insanity. That's so funny. That's so funny. So I screenshot it, paste the lyrics into Google Translate because they were Spanish lyrics, and it is indeed a love song. I'm gonna put these on off camera because I'm actually gonna crash out if I have to talk about him and do my lashes at the same time. Listen, I'm not gonna assume that they're dating, but it is pretty damning evidence. And then that on top of the fact that he just gives very much queer, very much homosexual, I feel that I may not have a chance with him. I've talked to my friends and they're like, yeah, he's probably gay. But some of them are like, well, he might be bi. You never know. And then one of my friends, Eden, is like, you should just ask him. Low-key, just ask him. What's the worst thing that could happen? You know? It's just that it's very awkward, and I also don't feel comfortable always asking people if they're gay because people don't want to be outed sometimes. What if people are just like not out yet? So you gotta be kind of sensitive with that kind of stuff. So that's basically it. Yeah, please let me know your thoughts and your opinions and what I should do, because first of all, I want him so bad. I genuinely want him so fucking bad. I need him biblically. If he's not interested in me, then it's fine. I'll just like be his friend, because he's generally like a really sweet guy and just like a gentle soul. So like that's totally someone who I'd want to be friends with. Like I have no problem with that. Annabelle 300 spice. What my friends tell me is that like, he gives me so many signs that he is interested in me, like the way he was staring at me, the way he talks to me and like texts me and stuff, and like the songs he was recommending, the lyrics. It's all like amounting to like he could be interested in you, but at the same time he could just like have a massive friend crush on you and just want to be your friend. Okay, I don't care what anyone says, it's makeup, outfit, hair, okay? Makeup first, because you don't want to get your makeup on your clothes, then you put your clothes on carefully, and then you do your hair to match the outfit. Now I'm gonna put my outfit on and do my jewelry, and then I'll do like a little, here's what I look like today. This is the dress. It's like this really like foamy material. Also, here's the makeup look. Is it a vibe? Is it giving wedding? This is the vibe. I'm leaning towards this one.
Hi, me again. The audio was awful in the first clip, so I'm gonna try to make it better in this one. Basically, update, hello. A lot has happened since then. I recorded that like a week or so ago, and listen, I'm having my To All the Boys I Loved Before era right now. I'm literally in a Netflix rom-com. I'm in a Netflix teen series. There's new prospects. So I asked the guy, I forgot what name I gave him, Milo or something? I can't remember. I asked the guy if he was gay. I know, crazy. I was feeling bold that day. I asked him if he was queer, and he said yes. And then I asked him if he's dating the twink guy, and he said no, they're just best friends. They've known each other since like the 6th grade or something like that. So they're just really close, and they're just like super like, they just act gay because that's what best friends do sometimes. But he is confirmed queer, and he also said that he does want to hang out and go to the beach with like friends and stuff one day, and I said sure. However, I'm not entirely interested in him anymore because he is a beautiful human. I still believe that and I want to be his friend, but like there's someone else. And he is in my painting class, and he's a sweetheart. He actually shows interest in me, so I'm like kind of pursuing him more. Yeah, I'm not gonna reveal too much because I'm not trying to like air out all of my business. Like I know I overshare, but I'm not trying to do too much. So if you guys want to learn about that, maybe I'll make a little video about that one day, but today's not that day. I'm feeling optimistic. That's it. You guys.
You're hot, Cupcake.